mixture of the protein enzyme injected. And pineapple has been grown in Hawaii, Philippines, Caribbean, Malaysia, and Vietnam. And the normally is used for in medical treatment and food applications. It's used for treat therapeutic uses, particularly as anti-inflammatory agent, dietary supplement, and analgesics. Its picture is under skin sample and the cross sample. In the second part is important of this project. Despite the widely produced pineapple in Vietnam, but applications of protein enzyme is not popular. So if my case is successful, the new way of extracting the problem will be established, and this will have to increase the economic value of pineapple and improve the environment. So we go to Long An to collect the pineapple jars for using in the thesis. Process of testing activity. So the procedure of experimental is have three main parts. Is collect blend material, extract the problem, and measure the quality of the product. So extraction of problem pineapple, I use three chemicals such as ammonium sulfate, ethanol, and acetone. So testing the quality of problem in different drying conditions and surveying pH and temperature of the best highest sample. And the last part is calculating performance of problems and economic ability. For the extraction of problems combinable by salt ammonium sulfate. So the step one is to collect water stream, washing clearly, grinding with distilled water, filtration, centrifugation at 6,000 ppm, RPM, so collecting solutions, dividing into 5 samples, precipitation solutions in 24 hours at 4 Celsius degrees. Centrifugation at 6,000 ppm for 7 minutes again. Collecting precipitation, freezing in refrigerator, dry feedings, collecting and measuring the mass of product, storing sample, and measuring activity equivalent. This picture about the pineapple juice after drying and the pineapple juice after mixing with ammonium sulfate. In the ethanol and acetone chemical, so it's just have a little bit different. In the step 14, you put in the product into the 2 ml phosphate buffer pH 7 to keep the problem work well. So the picture of pineapple juice after storing well with acetone and pineapple juice after mixing with ethanol. In here we use ethanol 96 degrees. So go to the testing quality of product in different body conditions with the solution testing. So we do like another step, but it's run in step 7. We divide to 3 samples, water buffer and ammonium solutions with 150 milliliter pineapple juice for each. For surveying the best highest activity of problem in 3 samples. So with the right water ratio, the testing, so it's different in the step 8. You divide to 5 samples in 1:1 to 1:8 with 150 milliliter pineapple juice for each. So in the testing, the influence of pH and temperature with problem and estimate the economic values. So in the step 1, we checking the sample of enzyme out the refrigerator and put it in outside in 30 minutes. So starting to measure activity of problem in pH 5.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, and determine activity of problem in 30 Celsius degrees, 40, 50, 60, and 70 Celsius degrees. So we use the passage to make the environment to limit the pH and the temperature for this experiment. So using pineapple jars for feeding the animal and using pineapple jars for produce a problem, we divide into 2 parts. So we can see that 1 liter of milk cows is cost 5 to 10 USD, and 1 kilogram of cow which just cost 10 to 12 but we also need about 59.3 kilogram for reaching 1 kilogram of bromelain. Go to the analysis data. The method includes the soluble protein content, measuring of bromelain activity, and determine the moisture content. In soluble protein content, we use the RORAC method. In the measurement of bromelain activity, we use the new answer method. And we also use the Excel and the ANOVA in the Excel 2010. And the last part is determination of moisture content. With the soluble protein content, we use the RORAC method. In a chemical example, for example, the procedure of protein determination, we had 5 samples, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 95% concentration of amino sulfate. So the enzyme, we put 1 milliliter of enzyme in solution C, we put volume and wait for 10 minutes and check where in falling. We put 0.5 milliliter of volume and start to measure the volume. So the procedure, we building the albumin standard to find the concentrations of the solutions. So here the new answer method. New answer method we divide into the real texture with RT and the blank texture is BT. So we put the classic and the TCA solution of enzyme and we wait for 10 minutes and 30 minutes. Why would TCA in this procedure? The TCA is not the reaction of enzyme. We can know that how is the enzyme reaction in the certain time. And the procedure applying the tyrosine calibration standard. So determination of the moisture content, we just taking 1 gram of outer skin sample and core sample, and we measuring the moisture content by the moisture tester. It's a picture about the bromelain sample. We go to the result of this discussion. Extraction bromelain pineapple by amino sulfate. We can see that the activity of bromelain is different ratio saturation of amino sulfate. The 80% has the highest activity, and the core sample is less activity more than the skin sample. White amino sulfate concentrations, the 80% is highest because the molecule of the protein, when we put the amino sulfate will bind with the protein molecule and make its precipitation. And when we put so much amino sulfate, no more protein can precipitation, so that the 80% is the most highest. It's all the extraction bromelain by ethanol and acetones. So the ratio 1:4 is highest. It's because when we put the ethanol so much, the molecule protein cannot precipitate it. The ethanol or acetones will attack to the water molecule around that binding around the protein molecule and make it precipitation. And just in the quality difference in grinding condition, and the buffer, water, and ammonium. This buffer is highest, but we also use water for testing the different ratio because water is more cheaper than buffer. And we can recognize that ratio 1:5 is highest activity of this experiment because the pineapple also contains the water, so we don't need so much the water into grinding condition. We are testing the inclusion of influences of pH and temperature with the bromelain. So we recognize that the temperature 50% is higher because the enzyme is also a protein. When the temperature is higher, the protein will be denatured. And the pH is 6.5 is suitable for bromelain. So surviving activity of bromelain over the time. Activity of bromelain over 3 weeks. And the first week is slow higher, and the second week is slow is decreased, and 40 is decreased. It's degree about 51.5%. So through my thesis, I give you the recommendations. We need to care about the storing and keep the activity of enzyme in the certain condition, in suitable environment to take it into the application in food